Welcome back to your weekly financial deep dive. I'm Alex Carter, and today we're tackling the biggest moves shaping markets worldwide. From President Trump's tariff escalation on Canada, to a market shakeup caused by a rising AI giant in China, and even how Italy's Giorgia Meloni is securing global deals, there's a lot to unpack. Let's break it all down and see what it means for your money and the global economy. Kicking things off, President Donald Trump is doubling down on his tariff strategy, this time targeting Canada. The administration has announced new tariffs on key imports including steel and aluminum. Why? Well, Trump's long-held America First policy is back in full force. The goal is to pressure Canada into trade terms that favor American industries, particularly manufacturing and agriculture. Now, here's where things get tricky. Canada isn't just any trade partner. It's one of the largest, for the U.S. retaliation from Ottawa is almost guaranteed, which could trigger a back-and-forth tariff battle. The risk? Increased costs for businesses and consumers, strained supply chains, and potential job losses in sectors that rely on cross-border trade. Analysts are already bracing for turbulence in key industries, from automotive to food production. So is this a bold economic move or a high-stakes gamble? Time will tell. Meanwhile, in Europe, Italy's Giorgia Meloni is making waves on the international stage. This week, she sealed a staggering $10 billion deal with Saudi Arabia, covering defense, technology, and energy. That's a major play, one that not only boosts Italy's economy, but strategically positions the country in global negotiations. What's even more interesting? Meloni's growing rapport with President Trump. With the U.S. ramping up its tariff game, Italy could find itself in a strong position to negotiate better trade terms with Washington. Personal diplomacy is often underestimated, but in this case, it could be Italy's best defense against potential economic headwinds. Speaking of economic shocks, let's talk about DeepSeek. This Chinese AI startup just turned the tech investment world upside down. They launched a cost-effective AI model that's shaking Silicon Valley to its core. The result? A brutal sell-off in tech stocks, including major players like Nvidia. This isn't just another market fluctuation. This is a major challenge to U.S. dominance in AI. If DeepSeek continues at this pace, we could see a global reshuffling of tech power. Investors are already recalibrating their strategies. Some see opportunity, others see risk. Either way, the AI arms race just got a lot more competitive. And while we're talking about China, let's not forget the Belt and Road Initiative. This week, China announced a fresh wave of infrastructure projects, further expanding its economic footprint. The goal? Strengthening trade routes and creating economic dependencies. But critics argue it's nothing more than debt trap diplomacy. For participating countries, this means massive development opportunities, but at what cost? Debt concerns are mounting, and with U.S.-China tensions still high, this expansion has huge geopolitical implications. How nations respond could shape trade dynamics for decades to come. Finally, a big move from the European Central Bank. This week, they hit the brakes on interest rate hikes. Why? Growth in the Eurozone is slowing and inflation remains stubbornly high. By pausing, the ECB is hoping to give borrowers some breathing room and boost economic activity. But this comes with trade-offs. A weaker euro could help exporters but also drive up import costs, adding to inflation concerns. The balancing act between inflation control and economic growth is delicate, and the ECB's next moves will be crucial. So, there you have it, another wild week in finance. Trump's tariffs, Meloni's global deals, a market crash fueled by AI, China's expanding influence, and the ECB's latest gamble. What's your take? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you never miss a financial breakdown. I'll see you next week.